Greetings, survivors and friends, SHADOWFRAX here. So, yeah, I realised something about the mirrors yesterday and how broken this game really is. Alistair didn't see what the problem was, though. Oh, that's better. I knew it. On reflection, though, it probably doesn't matter. Talking of which, the first thing I wanted to cover today was this tweet from Mr. McFarlane, because as you may or may not know, next month, Rust goes double digits. I can't believe it's been 10 whole years of this, but there you go. Time flies when you're making patch note videos, I guess. The offer, by means of a poll that nobody could have predicted the results of, was to bring the 2018 Happis map back to Facepunch servers, although only for 2 to 3 months. Why not longer? Why not permanently? Well, most likely because they don't want to have to maintain it, duh, which was the reason why they retired it in the first place. I love some of the replies, though. Can we just have 2018 Rust back? Was the gist of a lot of them. Of course, Rust has changed a lot since the 2018 map, and this wouldn't be the original per se, but rather a community remake, as faithful as possible to that time period. But let's not forget that Happis is out there still in various remade forms that I've covered previously on this channel, so it's not entirely dead, albeit with a fresh lick of paint and a few new features that the old one didn't have. Personally, I think for the 10th anniversary they should just bring back Legacy itself and make it free for everyone who owns Rust. What do you think? Talking of which, however, look what's being worked on. An actual Legacy shelter. Now, for those OG players like myself, the memory is still strong of the ability in the original Rust to build a quick, cheap 1x1 man shed with a single door and enough room for a bag and a few essentials that could be slapped down somewhere to give you a foothold. And here are some images of how it's going to be. Not exactly the most tactical piece of equipment ever, still a bit better than most of the ones you find in B&Q. As well as this feature finally coming back, it looks like a Legacy furnace and a Legacy bow are being worked on. Sounds to me a lot like these last two will be reskins, but if they're lumped together with the shelter, then they'd better not be DLC, that's all I'd say. Hopefully they're just a nice 10th anniversary gift, but we'll see. A metal detector, a potential new monument, and character customization next? But first, I have a new sponsor. Hey, you! Ever wanted to engage in some casual admin abuse? I mean, be the responsible and caring lord of your very own Rust server, and then kill everyone in imaginative ways. Sorry. Perhaps you'd like to make a server just for you and your friends. Test out builds, hone your skills, install all the plugins, fill the fishing village buildings with shark corpses, go anywhere and see everything, meet Grammar Horse, oh hello, and make cool cinematics like yours truly. Then Pine Hosting has you covered. They make it super easy to install a high-performance server in just a few minutes, add and remove any plugins you want with a click, and then control everything on your server with a squeaky clean and easy-to-use console. With affordable prices, server locations around the world, and any casted DDoS protection which gives you the best possible ping, making your server rank higher, there's never been a better time to get your own server, and the best part is right now, you can get an extra 30% off with code SHADOWFRAX. What are you waiting for? Back to the video. So here are some other new things being worked on this week. As well as the Benelli shotgun mentioned in the last vid, no images forthcoming yet. However, this will be a standalone weapon with a focus on long-range hits, so I'm informed. Tutorial Island is chugging along. Eventually this will break new players into the game as a precursor to the game eventually breaking them. There are a few commits popping up relating to a metal detector, which is something straight out of Concept Limbo. And from the look of things will involve some kind of mini-game to find the sweet spot, which will place a flag over whatever you're looking for. The next question, of course, is what will you be digging stuff up with? And let's not forget here that the kayak paddle does in fact have a shovel on one end, something that I kind of speculated on in a previous vid many moons ago. This would make sense to me and would save making yet another item to haunt our storage boxes, but what do you think? The new power plant redesign's been grey boxed, it seems, and ready for approval by the team. The process of making a new monument does take rather a long time though from experience, so I wouldn't expect to see anything of it until next year. There's also ongoing work to remodel the compound, with a load of new assets being made for it seemingly. Again, I would expect this sometime next year. And as part of the recent hack week, so not a guarantee of making it in, there was this intriguing commit regarding a possible seed vault monument. Now that could be very interesting, especially for the tea connoisseurs out there. Of course, As mentioned last week, there were a few cool Hack Week projects in this round, including a Gamagotchi game and a programmable microchip type WASP name for the electrical system. There was also voxel raiding, which I showed last week and would let you blow bases to bits in smaller chunks, as well as a new skin viewer for previewing skins before applying them. But as with all Hack Weeks, these projects are subject to change, and none of them are guaranteed to ever make it into the game. I know a few of you expressed concerns, especially about the voxel raiding stuff, so that one may be a bit too controversial to be added, but time will tell. A few upcoming changes and fixes now, and some new modding prefabs for map makers are being added, namely some new glass prefabs, some more stone-tiled cubes, and some small ore node spawners. The despawn times are being increased quite a bit for a few items. Leather, road sign and tactical gloves, the spaz, basic advanced and pure T and diesel are all being upped. You'll be able to pick up car lifts as long as they're not in use and don't have a vehicle on them. Stack sizes for HBHF sensors are going up to 5, and the barren map option is being removed and will no longer be supported. Reason being, it looks awful and is not a good representation of the game, so sorry if you liked it, or were still using it. Testing is taking place to make milder screen effects for cold, hot, hurt, radiation, and the Arctic biome, and of course the Nexus system is being worked on, but there's absolutely no indication of when this will be added. There were various small fixes here and there, including for water guns not correctly applying last bursts of water, zero cost repairs on some items, to make sure turrets only accept ammo for the currently equipped gun, and to stop water junk piles spawning under boats. There's a lot of work going on for the next Twitch Rivals event in December, I believe, and lastly, I stumbled upon this very interesting reply from Al on Twitter, which I'll just leave here, because I think maybe a handful of you might have asked about this over the years. Hot take, personally, I don't agree with this U-turn. I think Rust should have the balls to say no and be different. I think playing to the gallery is a mistake. But hey, that's me. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. That's you all extremely up to date now. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch and all my socials, and if you fancy supporting me, you can do so with super thanks, YouTube memberships, and on my Patreon. All links are below. I shall catch you all soon, but in the meantime, keep calm and stay rusty. Cheerio.